Hello, this is my first attempt at vlogging. I just now learned what that means. It's like a blog, but using video and talking. Um, so I will probably, of course, edit this after I finish. But I am on the Cumberland Trail, and a couple of reasons why I'm on the Cumberland Trail today. I don't know about you, but I have been having a little bit of situational depression, despair, kind of. Holy Week was life-giving, and Easter was wonderful, but there was a lot of adrenaline that went into that as we ended Lent during this time of sheltering in place. But this past week, it kind of caught up with me, and I realized where we were, what's going on, and what's going on in society, the tornadoes that hit Chattanooga, the people that are dying. All of that just kind of started weighing in on me, and the fact I can't be in church with the people I love and care for dearly. And I can't see my kids or touch them and hug them. They're in Birmingham. I can see them on Zoom and talk to them, but that's different. So I decided this morning, actually yesterday, or Beverly helped decide it for me, that I needed to get out of the house and do something. And usually when I'm having a little bit of despair, I like to go to the woods, and started this morning trying to start at Suck Creek and walk my way back to Old Town in Signal Mountain. But the bridge over the first branch of Suck Creek was washed out last weekend, so I couldn't do that. So Beverly took me to the high school, and I've started there, and I'm walking on the Cumberland Trail back to Edwards Point, and then down to Rainbow Lake and back into Old Town. So this first part of my trek, I started thinking about Cleopas and his companion when they were walking to Emmaus after the death and crucifixion of Jesus. And that they were probably feeling despair. Despair from following someone for 3 years who they thought was their leader, their Lord, their dear friend, and he was killed. And questioning what's next, seeing reports that the tomb was empty on that Sunday morning. So I just wonder what it was like for them to walk to Emmaus. They were joined by Jesus, as we know the story, but they didn't know it was Jesus. And he revealed to them what was said in scriptures about him, and revealed those stories. And in some ways, that's what nature is for me. It kind of reveals scripture. The book of nature. It tells us a lot. The birds, the beautiful trees, the green, the flowers. Nature doesn't know there's a pandemic going on right now. Or maybe nature does, because it's able to recover. So continuing my vlog, I had to stop here. This is a beautiful stream that I'm crossing over. And as you look around, the different colors of green in the woods, it is absolutely beautiful. Anyway, I'm continuing my walk with my buddy Cleo. Yes, I've decided since our last stop that I would shorten the name Cleopas to Cleo and continue my walk with Cleo. So, hello, I am almost to Edwards Point. The next installment of my vlog on this walk. It is absolutely beautiful looking up the gorge from here and sitting here in this beautiful, beautiful day. The river is very high. can see some of the piers and stuff are underwater off in the distance. So as I was walking, I was thinking about Cleopas and his companion and their journey to Emmaus shortly after Jesus was crucified. They were walking with a stranger who was revealing to them all of Scripture. We later learned that that was Jesus. But as I was walking and noticing all the green vegetation, the water flowing in the streams, the last time I had walked this trail, it was in the dead of winter. There was a lot of death. But not today. Today it is absolutely beautiful. In some ways, Scripture was revealed as I was walking, realizing that all things can be redeemed. Even a plague, the coronavirus, all things can be redeemed and good can come out of them. As Cleo and his companion were walking, they were getting close to their destination. And once they finally reached their destination, Jesus was going to go on and continue his journey. But they invited him in. I wonder what would have happened if they did not invite Jesus in. We'd probably never heard this story. I wonder if we invite enough people, not into church, but do we invite them into our lives? Do we invite our neighbors over for dinner? Do we invite someone over to have a cup of coffee? Do we invite people to share their story? Hey, so I think I'm at Edwards Point. I'm not quite sure. There's a lot of places up here that I've always thought was Edwards Point, and this might be just one of them. But it is a rock that juts out at a point, and you can see that we are looking upriver of the Tennessee River. We can see downtown Chattanooga off in the distance, and this gorge right below us is Middle Creek Gorge. So that's Middle Creek that flows into the Tennessee River. Yeah, so as I was saying back there about my walk with Cleo, this has been kind of fun to think about Cleo's journey to Emmaus, and the idea that Cleo and his companion, that they invited Jesus to come in and have a meal with them. And it was in that meal, when he broke the bread and blessed it, that they reflected back on that Maundy Thursday, when Jesus' Last Supper with his followers and his disciples. They were awakened, their eyes were opened, and they saw. And then Jesus disappeared, vanished. It's interesting. I think we have those moments in our life where we see clearly, but it gives us a lens to see the rest of the world a little bit differently. It gives us a lens to see that the entire universe is sacramental. William Temple was an Archbishop of Canterbury around World War II. Described the world, or described that we lived in a sacramental universe, that all things can be an outward and visible sign of God's grace in the world. And I believe that, especially on a day like today, everything seems to just be screaming that it is chock full of the divine. Elizabeth Barrett Browning, I think, actually said that all of creation is chock full of the divine. So here we are. I'm still on the trail, and I'm looking at Alexian Village across the Middle Creek Gorge, and I give thanks for that community, all those that live there, that work there, the brothers, all of the nurses, all of the wait staff. It's just a wonderful community, and I pray for their safety during this coronavirus. Amen. So, my first vlogging trial, or first time to vlog, is coming to an end. I'm here at the overflow for Rainbow Lake, one of my favorite places in Signal Mountain. Yeah, so it's been interesting, this trek today, because I started out with kind of despair, little situational depression, but then I dwelled in a story we all know so well, the story of Cleo and his partner walking to Emmaus and Jesus walking along beside them. Dwelling in that story has given me hope. It has shown me through nature what it means for redemption to occur. I invite you to share your stories with me, and I'll share mine with you. This has been a good day. This is truly the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it.